Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Great Britain and we have had a game update. Oh brilliant, military coalition is over, royal marriage is ended, they've pushed the boat out and elected a female empress. Okay, great, let's get another royal marriage. While I think about it. So yeah, hopefully the update isn't going to cause any problems or change too much. I see we have a couple of new alerts up here. Well yes, we can seize land, but we don't want to. I mean, they would have an uprising anyway. So I suppose we're just going to have to ignore those. I'm certainly never going to sell titles. That's like the opposite of seizing land. I do not want to do that. Okay, we have technologies. Which is great. Good grief. Okay, excellent. I'll go for the large ones. Okay, so that was a lot of events for to say we're running on the slowest speed. Okay, so our military is still way down, so not going to worry about attacking people just yet. But if we were to attack Aragon, which is what we were considering, who will we be fighting? Burgundy. Burgundy and Siena. Right, so that would probably mean we could take some more from Brabant, I suppose, if they're still owned by Burgundy, which they are, so I guess we spy on Brabant again, or rather we spy on Burgundy and make a claim in Brabant. So yeah, if you remember, we're just thinking about Aragon because they've newly become our rival. And I'm seriously wondering about trying to head into the Mediterranean. It's not something I've really done before with Great Britain, but always up for trying something new. Okay, so the other thing we want to do, once this finishes healing, is start exploring Africa. I see someone's already made a start at colonising, so we didn't arrive a moment too soon. More technology, which is good. Updated transport now. Rig. Okay, brilliant. What's this? Can summon a diet. Okay, well that's useful. So we won't be missing the summoning the diet option ever again. So it looks like we want to do the burgers if we can. Okay, so the Saluzzo. Yeah, that'll probably turn out to be suicide for some reason or other. Okay, so this is actually good. Slow this down. Because of the results, if we succeed, settler chance, global settler increase. The problem is, it's going to limit where we can do colonies, and we do have to be quite careful at the moment. So wherever Leeward Islands, this is where you really start having to use the find function. I don't know if I mentioned this, you press the F key to get this. Portugal are attacking Morocco. Ivory Coast have had an uprising. Oh right, so it's actually going to be down to our colony rather than us. So risky, but we don't need to do anything and we can seize land. Worth a try. We should have succeeded before we did that. Alright, never mind. Apparently I'm still half asleep. You're supposed to wait for it to succeed. Never mind, it doesn't look like we had an uprising anyway, even though the burgers went below 30%. So normally I'm trying to avoid uprisings, especially right now with most of our castles mothballed. But hey, looks like that went well. So we're basically not going to do anything and just hope that the West Indies colonise those islands randomly. Might consider sending a colonist to do it for them, if necessary, since it's only one province. Right, let's check this. Yes, we need to worry about Brabant as well, so let's unmothball the castle in Antwerp. Portugal wants our help. I do not mind. I actually do not mind. Not particularly inclined to help them, because they're probably going to end up being one of our enemies, but I suppose France will probably go across and do something. So, probably not good news for us, and we should consider pulling out when we can, but in the meantime, I'm just not going to worry. Okay, what else? We probably have a whole bunch of things that are running out. Those ones at the bottom are quite important because they're Aragon. So we already have Mallorca as an option. Okay. Not to worry. That's going to reverse our... Oh, it's alright, we don't have war exhaustion anyway. Okay, well with that in mind, since we've been dragged into a war, would this be a good time to go and take Perth? Since we should already have a claim on it, depending on whether they have any allies. I'm just going to move the army next to them. And it looks like you have fully healed, so let's move you across to the Ivory Coast. Not totally sure who this is. Oh, Morocco. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, if that's Morocco, we could probably move an army down there and claim their colony. I'm suddenly more interested in this war. Useful to get a conquistador. Colonialism, that's not going to do them much good, I'm afraid. Okay, do they have any allies? They do not. Let's just pause this. So it should stop them from getting away. Hopefully. Yeah, often if you don't have it paused, you can't move fast enough as a human to stop them from moving away first. Okay, so we'll leave that going. please. Okay, I need a conquistador if possible. I think we'll just be able to claim it. Might get a little tricky. Might need to put our colonial army between the two, and of course it's going to cost us a ton of money because we're going to have 4 colonies on the go, but I still feel like it's worth it. Okay, so we can lose 10 prestige or lose our cheaper commandant. I think I'll lose the prestige. You've healed, so let's make a start on our exploration. Need to know if anyone else is opening colonies down here. So there's an area there which you could be locked out of. See, Castile has this island, they usually do. Okay, we have the Gold Coast. Political exile from Aragon. Yep, could certainly happily have him. Gives us prestige, and I don't care what Aragon thinks of us. I don't think we're in a position to do class 3 advisors, though. Can I seize the colony? I can! That is pretty cool. I worry a little about whether we will have more uprisings with them being Moroccan. But we'll see. So ultimately we might need to pull that army out and have this army in the middle. A bit conscious we're still expecting uprisings on the continent, and we do not currently have an army there. Yeah, we're also nowhere near to finishing that one. Ah well. Happy to take in all the exiles. And I will probably send you home. Actually, I'll send you back here. Okay, I'm going to load you up, and send you back, and hope that the Moroccan army doesn't show up. Okay. Papal blessing would we like to get next? Let's do mercantilism. Much as I like prestige or legitimacy, I think legitimacy's going up quite well anyway because of our prestige. And honestly, the prestige isn't doing too badly. And we are currently losing money. Colonial maintenance is basically through the roof. Panama, okay, let's check this. No, we do have an army over there, that's fine. Everything is fine. I hope. Good grief. Right, so we should be able to make a claim on Brabant now. So whenever we feel ready to attack Aragon, we will have that there as an option. We can't fabricate a claim on Aragon yet. I think we have claims. Actually, we have a few, I think. If our army wasn't in such a sad state, it'd be a good time to invade. Just improve relations with some random countries. Maybe even Sweden. Okay, Ivory Coast uprising. Bunch of troops have ended. In theory, we can now attack Florence again. Might be worth having claims on Florence, I suppose. They seem to be quite good at getting themselves excommunicated. Actually, a bunch of these people would be a good option. Let's start with Florence. Although we can, of course, attack them anyway. So excommunicated again. Still, I'd imagine the lands would be easier to core if we have claims on them. So it probably doesn't hurt. We're not exactly hurting for diplomats. I'm more or less using them randomly now. Oh yeah. We're expecting that. I suppose this army's actually recovering, is it? Because if it isn't, we may be relying on the castle. It doesn't like we don't have any particular need to pull out, although we certainly have what we want now, so I might consider it. Oh, money. I do like money. Right, so let's stop improving relations with Sweden temporarily. We run the siege of Perth. Excellent. Full annexation. Yep, we're going to need. Actually, assuming that it has enough supply limit, we could just stay in Perth. I suppose Lothian's better. Not a big concern. Okay, who is sieging us? Oh, they are, of course they are. Yeah, a little worried about this one. It doesn't look like this army is the one getting more manpower. But at the same time, bringing the other army over. But I'm still hopeful that we can manage it. Anyway, let's leave them to it and see if we can pull out of this war. Because I can use the money. Obviously Portugal won't like it. What's this? Centres of trade can be upgraded. Well, that is interesting. Not something I was planning on doing anything with. Actually, they don't have a general either. So as well as us having the castle, so we will be treated as the defender, we have a general, so I think we're fine. We're no longer at war, which is good. Still expecting some Avignonese people now. How much further has this one got to go? Never mind. Let's leave it for now. Hope that the uprising doesn't happen until our manpower's recovered a little. Right, we should move this army into the middle, so we need to keep an eye out for either of these. We've recovered a bit, which is good. And we should see if we can repay that loan. We can, which is good. Hasn't restored our balance at all. It's possibly because we've got all of the forts operational now, but maybe our manpower will start to recover. And hopefully it might even mean that Morocco starts stomping on Portugal, which would be nice. Okay, French noble rebels, Breton particularists. Honestly, I think we have enough problems of our own. Aragon is spying, well, quite right too. So I'm pretty sure we're going to lose some of our claims on Aragon before we're in a position to attack them. But let's just make a claim on Minorca, because that could lead to us gaining a foothold over here. That's Sicily. And also potentially being able to start attacking Tunis. Although they're probably allied with the Ottomans. Yeah, they are. Still, if we get pulled into a war with the Ottomans, you never know. So we are actually going to need our spies working overtime here. With that in mind, let's make a claim on Saluzzo. Cool. So France's armies are heading home. I don't think those noble rebels have got much chance. And there's Brittany's army. That should put pay to the particularists, which is good. We really just need to get our manpower back. Pretty cautious here, partly because I'm not in that much of a hurry. Rather not lose any ships right now. Okay. Corruption. So we can lose stability, or we can gain corruption and lose reform progress. I think I'd rather gain the corruption, honestly. We are slowly rooting it out anyway. There we go. Good grief. Can I give you a general? Suddenly questioning my belief that an army of 6 units is always enough. Well, to be fair, we don't seem to have had any problems. Of course, they take a bit of a hit from moving, and they're also probably not going to restore their manpower now, their army size, because of our non-existent manpower pool. So we really need Cape Coast. What are we doing on Cape Coast? Oh, here. Sorry. I was thinking the sea, because a lot of the areas around there are called something coast. Yeah, I suppose we're always going to have our work cut out for us over here. Still think it's worth it to snag an extra colony then. And also to take Morocco out of the game. Nothing stopping them from starting up again, of course, but at least for now. Currency reforms. Sir Thomas Gresham. Oh, that's good. Just wish I could afford him. Still, that should wipe out our inflation, which will help a bit. A bit more tax in London should also help with our money. Panama, but we know we have an army there. Just West Africa we need to keep an eye on. Oh, that's good. So we just randomly gained some stability, and we've also gained a bunch of other stuff. So, great. We got lucky. We still haven't discovered the Cape of Good Hope. Still being cautious. Okay, so how are we actually doing? We've got colonists here. That one's getting closer, so that's something. Because our money is just going to be a mess until some of these colonies finish. Threat of the uprising has gone away. Oh, Castile are now attacking Morocco as well, and amazingly, despite my thinking I was being incredibly cautious, we apparently lost a ship, although not one we needed. But it does suggest we're going to have a job going any further, which is annoying. Right, okay. So we definitely need to colonise further in Africa. Right, well there's no uprising on the horizon, so I'm not going to worry about Perth. It does have a castle. I think our manpower's recovered there, so it should be recovering in this army now. Which is good, because it might be in a position to put down any uprisings. Okay, let's have our spies working overtime. Oh, we don't have claims on Liege. So that's something. Okay, what else do we have? I reckon we should be able to fabricate a claim on Florence now. And it might still be a good option if they're still excommunicated by the time our army recovers. I really want to fabricate claims on the Pope. I don't really need that land now. I can just sort of go around it. I don't really like arguing with the Pope, being a Catholic. Oh, we don't have any claims on Castile. I can definitely need to rectify that then. And, oh, brilliant. Okay, so we've got a third colonist now. And that should help us to do things a little faster. So let's, well, to start with, it'll massively reduce the amount of money we're paying. You know, that one's so close, I question whether our colonist will actually get there, like, before the colony finishes. So I'm kind of thinking it might be better to send him to the Gold Coast once we have put down the uprising. Yeah, I think we would have been fine without a general. The size of the army looks scary, but I think they're probably at a much lower technology level than us. It's funny how every time we move out of there we have to fight again when we come back. And we have recovered our army size as well, which is good. So that one's now recovering, so we're getting there. I think there's probably only this army which is significantly below the size it should be. And we're losing money far less quickly now, which is brilliant. And remember, we've still got one more colony than we should have. So, all good. Okay, we can make another claim on Arrogant somewhere. Not many provinces left to claim now, but our claims are going to start disappearing any second. No, they're not. Got like 7 years left. Okay, brilliant. Definitely keep an eye on them, man. We can get Austria to join in, which would be good. In some ways far better than Florence, although Florence does have the advantage of being excommunicated. Either way, we have to fight Burgundy. Still more tempted by Aragon. Honestly, I'm wondering if we really want to start another fight when our manpower's so low. Oh good grief. Oh no, we're okay. Let's unite the colonies. That way we gain population. This colony is finished, which is what I was expecting. Need to send you across. Could do it. Holy cow. Give me a chance. Right, well in that case definitely we're going to go and pick this army up and take them to Africa. Because, yeah, that's annoying. Taking us right back to zero. I think the only reason it's still a colony is basically because of the aggressiveness and ferocity. They're quite high here. So, yeah, I think we definitely need to bring our second army over. But I might move you over to the Gold Coast because, well, the damage is already done here. But that's very frustrating. Right back to square one. Okay, it looks like Portugal did win and Castile is stomping all over Morocco, so we're going to have a much bigger enemy to deal with. Although it looks like Castile have never formed Spain. There we go. Yep, saw that one coming. And we've lost a general. Right. Oh, can we stop in time? We can. Okay, that's good, because we were only going to do one more claim anyway. So we can now just pull out. Okay, so Florence is an option. I suppose in some ways that'd be better than holding on forever to attack Aragon. Just thinking Florence is smaller. I mean, we do have to fight Milan though. Which we don't have to if we attack Aragon. And Aragon is also our rival, so yeah. Swings and roundabouts. Gonna have to think about that one. Steel are attacking the Cree. Okay, interesting. So when my North American geography is letting me down horribly. Also, we can't even see them. I was wondering how Castile is possibly reaching anyone. Oh well. Not to worry. Is that Moroccan? Oh no, it's Holland. Right, okay. Songhai. Right, so on the plus side, with time, we've uncovered some of these areas. We could do with colonising them if possible. But we also need to worry about the new world over there. But anyway, I think I might actually stop there on this occasion. Who's that? Holland. Alright, fair enough. Don't claim on Zealand. And actually probably a claim on Castile as well. It would be great to take Burgos actually, because it has a castle. Oh, I do want to creep closer to Portugal as well. Yeah, so not tremendously eventful, just a bit of attrition really. Took Scotland. Could probably attack the Isles again now, should we wish to, although we might want to... Oh no, we've got claims on all three provinces, so yeah, that's a good option. But we've also got this little dilemma between Florence and Aragon, so I guess I will give that some thought. Florence takes us further east as well, and into the Holy Roman Empire. But Aragon prevents, well, allows us to take some land that Castile might otherwise get. They're our rival. Less likely to upset people anyway in terms of aggressive expansion, and we can get into the Mediterranean. But they are more dangerous. But are they more dangerous when you count out Milan? Because Siena is tiny. Well, ooh, Portugal are joining. I sort of consider trying to do them both, but probably a bit daft. Plus Portugal will probably pull out as soon as possible like we did. Anyway, not to worry. So more of a slow and steady progress there, because we just needed to recover our manpower. Interesting. But yeah, pleased at making progress on the colonising at least. Deeply worried about what Portugal's doing and possibly Castile. Need to uncover some of these areas as much as we can, so we definitely need a colony down here, if only to allow our ships to explore further around the coast of Africa. But we could also badly do with exploring down here. Of course, once we get Darien, we can explore the west coast instead. So yeah, stuff to think about anyway, but I will leave it there on a relatively uneventful one. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.